today we're doing a tier list of all X-Men characters. Probably not all. We've definitely fucked up somewhere. But we have got... What have we got here?
This is all like I mean, most of the important ones. We've pretty much got as much as we can as far as live action goes. I've kind of tried to get a load of animated ones in, but more, unless they're like big important people from the previous series, I've tried to sort of chuck a load of the X-Men 97 ones in there for a bit of context.
To be fair, if any are missed, blame him, not me. I didn't make the list.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it's just... I mean, it's enough. If you really want any more, like, Jesus Christ, we could go on here for, like, hundreds and thousands, you know? So, yeah. We've got the main bulk,
yes.
I believe. Hopefully.
So, let's...
Shut the fuck up. I'll enjoy the list.
Let's shoot on over to the tier list here. So, we are using our normal tiers. So, we've got GOAT at the top. Banging.
The greatest of all time.
Then we've got Banging under GOAT, which is, you know, good. It's still great, amazing, but not
Banging,
the best.
but they're not the G's, but they're the B's.
Then you've got Mid. Who? Fine. You know, it's one of those.
No,
then you've got...
Not good, not bad. Hey!
Get a load of this guy.
Get a load of this guy.
Nah, not it at all. Then you've got... Sting.
Oh, bitch.
Rubbish. Worst of the worst. Don't want him. Get him out of here. Cool.
Out of here.
So, I will give power to you. Who are we starting with this list after you finish making disgusting noise?
Sorry. So, we will start the list with X-23.
From Logan specifically. And...
But I think we can. Yeah, I think we can include him include her with both because it's the same person. Isn't
yes.
It? So yeah, we will include her with both. Where would you like to go with her? Because I think there's a big difference between her in Logan and her in Deadpool. I like her in Deadpool. I don't like her in Logan. That's what I feel.
I would say I'm between Mid and Banging for this character. I think she's a great character. I do think she's a little bit annoying in Logan, but it's kind of the point. You know what I mean?
Child, yes.
Yes.
I'm way with that.
So I'm leaning more towards Banging because I think her character is very interesting. Yeah, don't look at me like that. Don't even give me that. I'm going to acknowledge that. I think the character, I think should go.
Yeah, but I just don't think I'm going Mid. I think. In hindsight, when we look back at the people who put in Banging, she is not Banging. I think for the people we've got coming up, I don't think you're basically saying that she is not quite the best, but she is like better than most.
Yeah, when you put it that way,
she's not.
Okay, fine.
She is Mid.
We'll start this in Mid. Fine. Whatever, dog.
Next up, we have Ajax from Deadpool, the first sort of main villain.
Mid.
I'm tempted to give him one of these, you know.
Really?
Well, I mean,
I think the way I look at it is it's Deadpool's first villain live action. I think it's a fun little intro to the film.
He is good.
I'd say
he's good.
Mid.
He's a decent villain. Yeah, if you want to go Mid, I just like. Would you be that bothered if he came back? If he came back, like, oh my god, Ajax back.
I don't know.
Would you be like, oh my god?
I don't know. I don't think I'd be like, woo, but I think I'd be like, oh my god, it's Ajax back for like 10 minutes, and then I'd be like, over it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
go Mid?
Yeah, we'll stick with Mid. If I change my mind, I'll fuck it off. Okay, who's next?
It is one of your boys, actually, Dan. It is Iceman.
Mr. Bobby himself. I love. For me, GOAT. But
ooh, okay. No, I don't.
He's so much fun.
No, he is.
But I think the reason I enjoy him so much is the confrontation between him and Pyro. When these two are together, let's go.
No, it is.
And I think when he came back in Days of Future Past, sick. I think he really was cool.
Like he is weirdly, he's probably the only other like Wolverine-esque. Like this, he's the only Iceman, isn't he?
Yes.
We've got one Wolverine live action. We've got one Iceman.
Yeah.
So we've got another one. So that's fascinating. Weird one for him to be the only one.
Go.
I want to go Banging with a possibility of GOAT.
Okay.
I'm going to go Banging for now.
Yeah.
Because I think GOAT...
Whatever, dog.
I personally think. I mean, if you want to argue the case for goat later, I can. I'm happy to change. I want to go banging now.
Okay, fine. I can deal with that.
Okay.
Next.
Next, so this is one you won't have a bloody clue who he is. Well, you will. He is in X-Men '97. He's a bit in. He's in there a little bit. This is Gladiator.
Gladiator.
So he's. I mean, he's the clue's in the name. That's basically what he is. He's just a big, strong boy that can fly. Quite cool. He's quite interesting.
So he's
kind of the Landras. Yeah, almost.
Okay.
You know, he's not like ridiculously overpowered, but he's not like he's just. Nothing like incredible about him. He's just quite a cool guy. He's like Landra's like right hand man. He's there a lot.
Oh yeah, okay. I know the one you're on about.
Yeah, so that's where we get him from X-Men '97. He's there with Landra on the planet and all that. So yeah, he's. I'd personally give him a mid. I think he's there. He's pretty cool.
I mean, I'm happy to do that because I said I don't really know.
Yeah,
so.
He's pretty cool. He's a bit like he's one of those guys. He's a bit of a side character. Like maybe if you bring him back in '97, you'll get more of an arc with him. It'd be more interesting. But yeah, he's just kind of there. He's memorable enough for me to go, oh, it's you from the series, you know. But it wasn't me going, oh my god, they've got Gladiator. You know, he's not that guy.
Well, we started off strong and we're 3 in mid straight away. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot to come. So we've got Morph now.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
unfortunately, I think it's an unpopular opinion. I think a lot of people really like Morph. I think he sucks.
I don't know why. Though. Yeah, there's nothing. There is nothing. So he was from the original series. He's been in '97, and at no point I know nothing about this man.
No.
He got taken out within the first episode of the original series. Came back a bit when he was kind of dark. Kind of went through a bit of like a. Ooh, I'm a bad guy. Ooh, I'm a good guy. Ooh, I'm a bad guy. But it never really give him any depth to his story, and now he's just there. Really, he's a bit of light-hearted sort of.
Yeah, I like his powers. I like the fact that he can turn into just anyone he fancies. Like, as I said, when he turned into the Hulk in '97, I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
and I kind of like the fact that he can. The kind of laws of gender don't really apply to this person. Like, it's a woman at one point, a man at the other point. Yeah. He can do what he wants. Yeah,
it's cool. I think there is a lot of potential with it. I do think there's a lot of potential.
But I just don't care.
No, yeah. Unfortunately, there is if he did not come back from '97, I wouldn't be bothered in the slightest. But I don't think he stinks.
No, I don't think. I think
I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I dislike this person. It's just one of the people I go.
Yeah. It's just there. Do you know what I mean? Okay.
He's a Who is next? This guy. It is Mr. Forge, who basically. So you get him mainly in '97. '97 is when you get first proper interactions with Forge with the X-Men. He's a bit involved with the old series, but yeah, he's sort of like the leader of like Bishop and Cable and that. He's sort of from the future. Yeah. He's kind of there, but he's not. It's not really a part. But this was like '97 was the first time we got to like properly see Forge and his character and stuff. So what did you think about him?
I think he's a decent character, but nothing special. I'd go mid.
No. I'd go mid. Yeah, I completely agree with you mid there because he's kind of there. He's not really. Yeah. I like his interactions with Storm. It's kind of cool. His power's just a bit like. I think he's not powerful enough. Do you know what I mean? He needs that like whoa.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. Next, who have we got?
Mega Sonic.
Yes, I would go banging. Personally,
I would agree.
Yes, I think she's a lot of fun.
Yes, I think she's really cool.
The back and forth banter with Deadpool really makes it, and I like the character change from 1 to 2 to 3. I think they change it pretty drastically throughout, and it's a lot of fun.
No, they do. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame we didn't get her as much in 3, but I think we had so much for in 1 and 2 that it's kind of, it's okay. Yeah, no, she's another one who I'd like to see more of going forward as well.
Yeah, me too, 100%. I really like her character.
Yeah, no, she's a really cool character, yeah.
I agree. Next.
I completely agree. Angel Dust.
Something, yeah, that is her name, isn't it? I'm mid on this one.
Yeah, it's cool. Look, it's cool the fact that they've given. I know they've kind of done this in the past, but they gave like a female character such a dominating role. Mm-hmm. You know, because generally it's like, ooh, they're psychic. Ooh, they've got these powers.
Ginormous. Like,
no, she is. You know, Gina Carano is an absolute weapon of a woman as well. You know, controversy aside.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's cool. again, she's nothing. It's nothing like mind blowing. She's just super strong. That's all she
Yeah.
really is, and she's very durable, very hard sort of person. We only really get her in Deadpool. Like, what do we give? What do we put Ajax? Was he a mid?
Mid, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can put them alongside each other.
Yeah,
Really,
I agree.
I
Mid,
think like both
mid.
are about as good and as interesting as each other.
I think we've reached first very, very high regarded character.
Next is Quicksilver, and I am more than happy to go in the GOAT.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I am
let's
100%
go.
more than happy for any version. Both live action versions, I
Yeah.
think, are. If they. Hopefully, if anything, if we can bring him back into
Yeah,
the
I
MCU,
agree.
that would be great. Like, either version, obviously, like, Aaron Taylor Johnson's a
I
bit
mean,
busy at the moment.
my
like, he's
issue
got
with
a
his
sort of, like,
version is he's not really a mutant. He's more of like a experiment, wasn't he?
yeah, no, he was. Like,
So
and
I'd
they
say
did
that's
do
like
him
the experiment.
dirty,
This is the
unfortunately.
mutant. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, they did do him slightly dirty, but yeah, what is this actor's name? Sorry, Dan.
Evan Peters.
Thank you, Evan Peters.
And
Yeah,
he
his
just crushes this
version
role, doesn't he?
is
So
yeah.
good.
It's more the fact that I love Aaron Taylor Johnson rather
Mhm.
than his Quicksilver was great, but yeah, no, definitely Evan Peters was is fantastic, and I would love to see more of him. So yeah, I'm happy to put him in the GOAT, the first
Fantastic.
GOAT.
Fantastic. Who is next on our list?
Fuck. So he is from
I thought you went fuck because that's what it sounded
No.
like on my end.
Havok.
Gotcha. He's all right. I kind of like the
Right.
thing, but
Yeah.
he's,
Do it. Which one? He's either or he's, and I don't know which one. I'm borderline because
No,
do
I
you
li- I
really
like-
care?
I do like his power. That's the thing. I think his
Yeah,
power
but just big
is
hula
cool.
hoop. Just
Yeah,
hula hoops.
it's-
And then eventually they kind of. He's almost like. He's a bit of a shit Cyclops, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
'Cause they basically give him this like big circular thing
Yeah.
so he can shoot it out of his belly instead. And it's a bit like.
I don't know. I'm really
Yeah.
split. I'm really split. I think the character
I-
sucks. I think the actor sucks. But I think he's kind of fun in First Class.
Yeah, no, his powers are pretty cool. Like, I think with a lot of these we've been like, oh, their powers are kind of rubbish.
Yeah.
His powers are relatively cool.
Yeah.
I think giving him, maybe this is comic accurate, I don't know, but giving him the sort of thing where he can shoot out his belly like made it worse, if anything. I would have rather see him like hooping and
Yeah,
like
I think
willing
it's-
to control that.
I think it's more the bits in the beginning where they're all trying to they're all fucking around with their powers, and he does that
no, it is sick. yeah, no, it's stupid.
For that
But it is
alone,
kinda
I'm
cool,
going.
like.
But up to you.
Okay, yeah, go on,
Yeah,
get
go on,
in,
son.
get in, because you would. You see this guy, you go, hey, and everyone. To be fair, everyone does gotta go, hey,
Yeah, literally.
this guy.
Cool. Next.
Yeah, he's the right. Okay, now I think this could right. So Darwin is next.
hmm
Now this is a tricky one because he probably has one of the best deaths.
He has one of the most important things in the
And
film.
like really, yeah, and you remember that. Like
Oh, it's
I remember
awesome.
watching First Class, and it'd been a while. It is First Class,
Yeah,
now, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Watching First Class, and it's been a while, and like the one thing I definitely remembered from this film is that. So it's a hugely
sick.
memorable scene.
Mhm.
He is not
Yeah, I
a
completely
memorable
agree. I completely agree.
character.
I think his
So
power
can we-
stinks.
Can we? It's cool, but they don't do enough with it. Like the fact that he can just like the amount of possibilities of this because he can just adapt to anything. So if anything happens, he could just stop it. It's
The most we
fascinating. They could've
see
done some really cool
is they're
things with him.
they're like beating him up.
Yeah. It like smashing him with chairs and it's just
Yeah.
hard and he puts his head in the water and he gets gills. But there's like doesn't mean there's some no he is. I mean let's put it out there, he is stinky. He is the first he's stinky, like unfortunately. But I think if they bring him into 97 it could be interesting.
Yes.
Things you could do with him and like there's ways you can make him interesting.
But not here.
But he's not. He's stinky. Nah,
Yes.
stinky Darwin. Darwin's stinky.
Who's
There's
next?
only one Darwin, and it's not you. Emma Frost is next.
Live action.
Now I think we're gonna cover. May as well do both, like because I think She is not in 97. She gets killed in 97. So she's not in 97 enough, but she is a big part of the old sort of series. And yeah, her live action. Oh, it's tricky, Nick, 'cause I like her. I do. I don't know what it is about the character, because it's a bit like.
I think, isn't she in Origins Wolverine?
I have no idea, you know.
I swear she is. It's the one where they kind of escape the place, and she's there in the full kind of diamond thing. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
think
she's
cool.
sort of like. Yeah, no, she is. It's kind of one of those where like they don't really do much with it, but I like her.
I'm happy to go
Like
mid.
she can. Yeah, she can turn a diamond. She's sort of psychic. She's sort of like, you know, does a bit of this, bit of that. She's not really significant. She's kind of there a lot. Yeah, I'm happy to go mid.
Yeah, I think
like
she's. I think she's fun enough. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I just like her as a character.
Agreed. Next.
Next we have Angel Salvador.
Yeah. Again, kind of a
Boring.
nothing character.
Yeah,
Great
bit
actress.
of a boring character, really. Yeah, no, fantastic, and you know, it's.
I think.
Unfortunately, being able to fly within Mutant World is not impressive.
No, but I do think she has a pretty good part in the story, because isn't she one of the first ones that follows?
Yeah. She
Magneto.
follows Magneto, so she does have quite a significant role within it. But I do not care if I never see her again. Yeah. I think she is. She's not stinky, like, because I think that's harsh, because she is an important role and she's quite entertaining within the films. But again, if I never saw her again, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the fact that I can fly. There are so many characters that can fly now. It's like, you know, you need something a bit different within the mutant world.
Agree.
Next is a personal favorite of yours, Daniel. It is Azazel.
Go.
No.
I'm joking. I'd go banging.
He's really cool.
He's so sick.
He is really cool. He's really memorable. They bring him back slightly in Deadpool and Wolverine.
He's basically evil Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he's really memorable, and they probably don't do enough with him, because he is one of those characters that, like, obviously he's bright red, so it's kind of difficult to forget him. But yeah, he's just kind of cool. He's always
I think the visual of him like teleporting is the sickest thing ever, because he like turns into smoke.
God. And I think it's in, I can't remember which film it's in, but it's in one of them. I think it's in First Class, when they were before Darwin dies, when he's literally just grabbing security
and just
taking
flying.
them and just dropping them.
Sick.
And like that's so sick.
Banging.
So yeah, he's really cool. He's a bit like there, and I'd like to see a bit more of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I completely agree. Banging.
Oh, he's sick.
Banging
He is awesome.
Azazel. He is really cool. Next up is Riptide.
Who?
Do you remember Riptide? Yeah, no, he's the guy who can kind of go make wind.
Don't care.
No, he's gonna be a big old
Stinky
boy. Yeah, no, Riptide is. He's like the other guy with the next person we'll talk about.
Yeah,
so
he's like his right-hand man,
and
isn't he?
he's like, yeah, he's the other guy. Again, like when you got Azazel and you have our next person, and Emma Frost, of course, then yeah, he's kind of just
don't care. Agree.
stinks like.
Agree.
Next up is Sebastian Shaw.
Now with this one, I don't think I can give a good enough like thing on this character, because I don't really know the character. I know Kevin Bacon. And I think he gives a good performance, and I like him here.
Yeah, so he's really fascinating. Like, again, they kind of kill him off in 97, which is a bit of a shame, because he's actually quite a cool character. Like, they start him off as a bad guy, because basically what the whole thing is that he's similar to what Kevin Bacon does. He can absorb powers, basically. Yes. So there's not really much you can do to him. He'll just absorb powers and, like, shoot them back at you, sort of thing. So, like, they give him a bit of an arc within the 97 world, where he started as a bad guy. I think he is the initial, he's the first person in the animated series to make Phoenix dark. So he changes Jean Grey, he gets into her head, like he's part of like a weird sort of cult, I guess. But then gradually over time he becomes good. So that's how they ended up in with all the X-Men, and that's how he ended up with this. So he's kind of a good guy / bad guy. I really like him in First Class.
Yeah, me too.
I think he's a really cool character. I think he's like he's it's tricky because I do really like him.
I think I feel like there should be something in the middle of banging and mid, shouldn't there? That's kind of where I'd place him.
Yeah, he's definitely there.
I'd probably say mid, realistically, because he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know if I love him. Yeah, I can't be like, oh my god, this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's not. I think with people like Azizel, we're going like, he's cool. Like he is cool, but he's not quite. Yeah, I agree. I think he probably is mid, but like really like
a strong
on
mid. A strong mid.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like you could easily move him up. Like
yes.
Next up is Mrs. Kitty Pryde.
So I'd probably go banging.
Yeah.
So cool. I think Cool Powers has a lot of great scenes. Like in Days of Future Past specifically, has some really cool scenes. I think there's that one bit where she's just like running through walls. Like that's just big fan.
Yeah. So. No, she is pretty much one of the main people from Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I think she's good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she is. Yeah. I'll go with it. I'd probably go more mid. Like I just don't.
I think it's more just the powers. I just enjoy the powers.
Yeah, no, she is pretty cool. Like I just don't. Like, she's another one of those where I'd be like, if she never came back, would I really?
Yeah. I can
agree though. If you want to go for a banging, I'm happy to go there. I think like if we're going Kitty Pryde's a banging, then I think Sebastian Shorty's worth a banging.
Yeah, I'm gonna put her in mid. I've decided.
Okay.
I think she's really cool, and I think her powers are sick. But yeah, as you think about it more. I haven't missed her since that film.
Yeah, no, that's more of a thing, isn't it? Now, next up is definitely an animated one. This is Master Mold. So he is basically the original Sentinel.
Okay. This is free reign for you.
Yeah, so this is tricky because he's like, right, as far as what he does in the animated series, he's kind of there. Like they give him so much more in '97 they do in the original series. He's almost like a conveyor belt for Sentinels in the old animated series, where he's just sitting there and like these Sentinels just come out with his stomach. It's really odd. But for what he does in '97, see now I'm gonna go banging,
yeah.
And he's teetering. For me, because of what they did with him in '97 to GOAT.
Oh wow, okay.
Because of what they did with him in '97, like if you think of the whole thing in '97, the reason that whole thing is so amazing is because of
very true.
And I mean, the Sentinels are one of, if not the biggest enemies of the X-Men in general. Pretty much any time the amount they've been in live action, they've been in the animated, like they are. One of, if not, the most significant enemy of the X-Men. So I'm bordering, but I will give him banging just because I think the Sentinels as a whole could be more of GOATs, but for him, because they kind of don't really do much with him until this series, I'll go a banging.
Cool. Who's next?
Next is Mr. Pyro.
I love Pyro. I'd go banging for Pyro.
Go? Is Iceman God? Is he banging?
He's banging. I think them two together, I love them both. I think as much as I liked him in Deadpool and Wolverine, it felt like a very different character. It felt like they... I understand that was kind of the point that they've been kind of forgotten and stuff like that. I get it. But he was pretty badass in the original... in number 2.
He was. It did him good too, didn't it?
Yeah,
really.
I think when you think back,
because he is just like you kind of forget that is Pyro.
Yeah, because it's the same actor as well.
He almost feels like a new character, doesn't he?
So I'd go banging because I think they kind of not ruined him at all, but it's a very different take. I think in Deadpool and Wolverine compared to X-Men 2, where I think he was awesome. So I'd go banging for him.
Yeah, the more we're talking though, Dan, should we? Do you know Mr. Iceman?
Well, you want to move him up?
Do you think?
Oh,
do you think he's?
That's my man.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah. Do you know what? Like, I really like Iceman.
He's class, man.
Come on, Mr. Iceman, up your pop. You can go up. Yeah,
so would we say Pyro banging?
Pyro. Yeah, I think I kind of agree with you. I think if we were going on old,
I'd be GOAT.
Should we? Come on, fucking get in there. Get up there, Mr. Pyro. Come on. Go up with your mates. You can't put one without the other.
Yeah, with them both together, I think it's such a fucking great dynamic.
Yeah, come on. Let's have some fucking fun. Yeah, we're all in the GOATs. Yeah, come on, the GOATs. Right, they are both up there.
Right, next.
Next up is Silver Samurai.
He's my
What do you
favourite.
think, Dan?
No
Fucking
clue who
liar.
this guy is.
Yeah, so this, I mean, so we get clips of him in
Yeah.
'97. So when they're going through the clips, there's a shot of the back of a Silver Samurai.
Okay.
He's shit, unfortunately. No, he really is. I'm like, I know you can't remember, but I am relatively confident he is the main villain of the Wolverine.
Possibly.
Positive he ends up fighting, or like a version of him. Might not be this.
Oh
It's
shit!
that guy.
Yeah, because it looks like a
This is
robot
a
out
big
of real
robotic.
steel. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think it might be that guy, but again, I can't remember that film. So, and in the animated series, he gets kind of bodied by Wolverine very easily.
Right.
So if '97 can bring him background, great. But as far as I'm concerned, he's a fucking stinky boy.
Cool. He's
Back
in
down
there.
you go, Mr. Silver Samurai.
Next.
Next up, we have the Licky Boy, Mr. Toad.
Oh, I'm like, right, I'm so conflicted.
I have a
with this.
soft spot.
So,
I have a soft spot.
as
for
a
Toad.
character, he's shit, right?
Oh, rubbish.
He
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
But if you go
He's
on
rubbish.
entertainment value, he's
he's
the
great.
king. He's fucking
Yeah, no,
hilarious.
he is, isn't he?
He's so shit.
This is one where we can go either or. Yeah, we can either go with realistically, this is where he is, or we love you.
Yeah, I agree.
So we go head over heart. What were you going for?
and I think he had.
Now I think we're having fun. Yeah?
I think he had
So I'm
fun
happy.
in Deadpool and Wolverine 2. I think he had a fun little bit in that film
Yeah.
as well. And of
I
course,
think he's great
he
everywhere,
has the
though.
best like interaction with Storm in X-Men 1, which kills me off every time.
No,
So
he's
good.
he's great. We're I mean, look, we're having fun, yeah. You know, we've moved some of our favorites up. to the
He's
top,
already
so
at the top,
we're- Yeah, okay. I completely agree.
He's just so funny. I fucking love
Yeah,
this
no,
guy.
he is. And he's considering like he does absolutely nothing, but like we both remember him
Yeah.
really well. Yeah, no, he is
Brilliant.
100% at the top.
Good. Okay, next.
Next up is Mr. Sunny Spot.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, he is really alright, isn't he? Yeah, yeah.
Mid, I'd say.
Oh, I don't know, but he might be one of these like
Yeah.
really, you know, like he's somewhat
It's
interesting.
just a lot of noises going from him.
It's just like, oh yeah, cool.
He kind of
man.
follows
Like,
the same way I feel about Angel Salvador in First Class, where I like the parts where he kind of joins Magneto for a bit in '97. I think that's very interesting because I always like to see where mutants' morals lie. I love that. But other than that, don't care.
Wait, sorry, is Roberto Sunspot
Yes.
from? Oh, see, yeah, no, okay. See, that version's a lot better.
What other Sunspot
So-
is there, sorry?
I see where you're going with this, and I am incorrect. So yeah, sorry. For some reason, then when you said Magneto, I thought you were on probably First Class for some reason. I was
No.
like, was he in that?
No.
Sorry. Yes. No, he is. Yeah. Mid.
Mid, yeah.
I'm interested to see where they go with him though.
Yes, same. I think there's a lot of room for improvement for this character. I think they could
Yeah.
be sick.
And his powers are really cool, but yeah, again, it's
Next.
by Roberto. Myth Your Storm. This is OG, right?
Yes.
She is the goat.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. I mean, this is she's one of the OGs. Like
Her
Halle
next to
Berry
Toad
is-
as well just makes sense.
Yeah. Halle Berry is like her version of Storm is the Storm as far as live action goes, isn't it?
It's so
Yeah, no,
fucking good.
100%. I mean, what more can you say? Like Storm is the goat.
I agree. So here's where I think the
Next.
next one is where we're gonna clash, right?
Okay, so we're doing Sabretooth, but it's your Sabretooth, not
Liev Schreiber from
my
Origins.
Sabretooth.
I think I could easily go GOAT because I think his performance is fucking awesome in this, but I'd go banging. I think he's epic.
Okay.
He's just got the look.
For me,
He's got the look.
For me, though, right, genuinely, when you said Sabretooth, this is not what I thought. Whenever you say Sabretooth, it's OG Sabretooth. It's not even something that I completely forgot that he was Sabretooth, to be 100% honest with you.
I think the only
just
thing that ever
thought he
makes
was
me
just-
think of OG Sabretooth is because he just looks like a fucking animal. Like, do you know, fair enough.
Well, yeah, because that's the point.
Yeah,
He's
but
literally a Sabertooth.
I think it looks, and I know this is really silly saying this about the X-Men, but I think he looks really stupid in that first one. And I think they nailed that going into Deadpool and Wolverine because he also looks stupid in that too, which is great.
And of course he is. He's a fucking Sabertooth.
Yeah, but
Like, have
I
you
just
seen him?
prefer the cleaner look of this one. I don't know why. I think it's just Liev Schreiber. He's so good. I love him.
You can look. I'll give you one. Where do you want to put him?
I'll-
You just choose, and
He's
I
going in
will.
bang.
And I will. I'll accept it.
He's going in
because
bang.
I will hold my opinion.
That's fine.
He's stinky. No, he's not that bad, but yeah, no, I just don't care. So next we have Storm, the animated version. Now, where are you going to this one?
It's a sad one, but I'm between banging and mid.
Ooh.
I think she's good,
Gosh.
but part of me thinks they spent quite a lot of time with her in X-Men 97. Again, I haven't seen the original animated, I've just seen 97. And a lot of it was just moping around because she loses her powers. And I get it, it's sad. What happens to Storm is so sad, where she gets hit with the mutant, like, take her away of her powers. She gets hit with it. It's very emotional. But
Yeah.
the whole falling in love with, is it Forge? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's very fast, and I almost feel like it
Yeah.
does a disservice to the character, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I can agree. I think to say, so if you look at her throughout the entire series, it's she's definitely banging.
Mhm.
If you go throughout for the OG series as well, she's definitely banging. She's one of those that's like, the whole sort of thing of hers is she's just a goddess, and I love the fact that for some reason whenever she does things, she's always got to be like, bring the wind.
So this is what I was going to say.
Bring the storm. I love it.
I love how different these two are. I love the fact that Halle
yeah.
Berry really put her own spin on it, and this
Yeah.
character feels more like a god/queen type
Yeah,
thing.
that's kind of the whole point
So
of her, is that
sick. Yeah.
she's basically a god, like, and I love the fact that she's she can't just go, "It's a storm." She's always got to project to be like,
Yeah.
"This is the rains from Amazon," and like, yeah. It's
No,
just,
I think
it's
she's
so
sick.
sick. Like,
Genuinely, I do, but I just think the arc she goes on is just a little bit tedious towards the end. When she gets her powers back and she's ruling, I'm like, yes, let's go.
Yeah.
But I'd go back.
I think. Yeah, no, I think I agree. I think as the series as a whole as well, going back to the old, as much as like I know it's like more of a 97 thing, they go back to like the whole thing. You can't really give her a mid.
No, I'll agree. So I go banging. I'm happy with banging.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm glad.
Next.
So next up we have Mr. Nightcrawler, Bat from the what is it, like the
Onwards.
Yeah, so what we're gonna call it, like the Days of Future Pasty ones, because I
Yeah.
mean, you know, that's the kind of film that everyone knows him from.
Yeah.
So yeah. What would you give this? I think no, 100%. I was gonna say this is the weakest Nightcrawler.
Oh, I think
we
he's just
have.
really boring, and he's like a baby. I just
Yeah, no,
don't
I
really
know.
care.
I don't. To be honest with you, like we kind of discussed earlier, I don't really see the point in having him as an inclusion in this list. Really, like I see the fact that they are somewhat different,
I think
but
it's
yeah,
more
he's
for
not
me, it's the
really.
case
He's
of the
just
actor.
kind of. Yeah, no, I understand. There's different actors and that, like, but yeah, this is definitely the worst Nightcrawler. Like, if they bring a Nightcrawler back, not this guy.
No, I agree.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I only want to
back
see
the old
one
guy,
Nightcrawler back, and we'll get into that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's definitely a bit of a ghetto. This guy, like,
agree,
he's not bad,
agree,
but,
agree. Who's next?
Next up, we have your woman, Mrs. Rogue from the OGs.
Now, I'd go banging. I'm not gonna go
No.
goat. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
go goat.
no.
But I'd go banging. I think she has some of the most. I think she's got a lot of emotional depth to the character, and I think she conveys it really well. I think the actress is really good in this. Specifically, used to scare the shit out of me. Do you remember the scene? I think it's in the first one.
Yes,
when
yes,
she's
yes,
kissing
yes.
her boyfriend, and he's just like,
Yeah, and he just starts going veiny and all that.
so
Yeah,
good.
No,
I like
no,
it. The
it
way
is
she
sick.
acts.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, right? No, wait. I've never really been that arsed about it, and unfortunately, after, as we speak about a bit later on, after me seeing the animated version compared, I'm like, it's not even close.
Yes,
For me,
and I get
personally,
that.
it's not even close.
Mhm.
But yeah, look, fine.
That's what I mean.
Fine.
After watching 97, I completely agree. They butchered this character. I completely agree.
Yeah, no, they really did. Like,
But
and
if you're looking
she
at
is
this-
a big part of
yeah.
the OGs. Yeah.
If you're looking at
No,
this as a live action character, I think she's great, and I think her relationship with Logan in the first one, sick, bang it.
yeah, no, whatever.
Fantastic.
I'll let you have it. I
oh,
don't care
oh
about
yeah.
it. Next up, we have Mystique animated. Now, she is not in 97, is she?
No, so this is all you.
No. Okay, so she is a massive part of the series. She is everybody's mother, and not in like a mother figure. Literally, everybody's mother.
Right.
She is the mother of Rogue.
Right.
She is the mother of Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah.
She is somebody else's parent, like another sort of like offshoot character. Like she's just, they're all interconnected, and she's like, she's a weird one, she Mystique in general.
Yeah.
'Cause she's like, she's a big part of everything.
Is she
I'm
anyone's
always a bit
favorite
like-
character?
I mean, probably some dirty boys out there,
Well,
and
yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she's cool. She has a nice little arc where she's sort of a bit of a bitch, and then like the kids sort of get involved, and she has a nice little like. There's an episode with her and Nightcrawler, where Nightcrawler's like, "I forgive you, mother," and being really nice to her, and she kind of has like a thing where she ends up saving him and stuff. But as far as the animated version, it's really like I'm not gonna go Gello this guy because she's important enough to go in mid.
Right.
But she's nothing either side. Do you know what I mean? She's not like, oh, I don't care. Like, I enjoyed her being part of it, but it wasn't like, I can't wait for the
I
next
got
Mystique
you.
episode.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
So, yeah,
gotcha.
I will go right in the middle at mid.
Fantastic. That
Next
mid
up,
section
we
is getting
have-
pretty full.
Yeah, there's a lot of it, though, isn't there? There's I think it's kind of one of those things, especially with the X-Men, where you've kind of got, like, the main ones. You've got the ones who are a bit rubbish, and then you've got, like, these sort of ones that pop in every so often. So I think that's going to be the main one, unfortunately. Next up, we have our big beefy boy, Colossus.
I'd go
Now,
banging.
yes,
Yes.
100%, I agree.
I think he's so much fun. But
Yeah, no, he is. I prefer Deadpool's version, though.
so
So I know
oh god, he's in Last Stand
He
as
is.
well, isn't he? Yeah.
he is,
God.
yeah.
Don't care
I think he's
about
in
that
X2 as well, isn't he?
version. Don't know, don't care
When
about that
they
version.
okay,
I think, let's be honest, I think Colossus now exists as this behemoth from Deadpool who has
Yeah,
fun
he's
with
really
Deadpool.
cool
I
as
think
well.
that's kind of
Yeah.
how everyone knows him now.
Yeah,
I think he's a lot of
yeah.
fun.
It is kind of a running theme, isn't it, with Deadpool, where they just put him with a straight guy.
Yeah, and he loves
they've
great.
actually
He
nailed
loves
it
Great
finally
British
with-
Bake Off now. That's canon.
Yeah,
Colossus likes
yeah.
Bake Off.
Yeah, no, he is. He's really cool, isn't he? He just like he's one of those people who I'm like almost certain that he will be part of the new iteration of
Oh,
X-Men,
100%,
and
yeah.
I am very much looking forward to that.
Me too. Yeah, I agree.
So, like, I think he's almost bordering,
I agree.
He's almost.
I think he just needs more, maybe action scenes for himself. Maybe more action-centric scenes for him.
Yeah,
And
I think
it could be
once he interacts with a few more of the Marvel characters, more of like if we get more of X-Men, once he gets that interaction more there, I think he's going to be great going
I
forward.
agree.
So yeah, I agree. He is in
Banging.
Next up, we have Deathstrike.
Yeah, animated is this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's quite a cool little arc she has where she's so basically there's like a whole thing where she was with Logan, they end up splitting up, they end up getting split up and parting ways, and then she ends up coming back and she's like mutated. She's human, and then she tends to come back, she's mutated herself, and that's where she's got all the claws now, and they have sort of a scrap and that, but it's very
Yeah, so where are we putting her? Oh, okay.
Stinky.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's big stinky. Like she's just kind of there on anything. Like I kind of include it more because she's an important part. The fact that she's literally Logan's missus, and there's like
Yes.
a whole sort of thing with that going on.
Mhm.
But that's all she really is. She doesn't. She's just kind of she's a bit of a stupid one.
Fair.
So next we have Mr. Cable, the animated version. Going straight to the top.
I'd say so. And I've only seen 97, but I thought he was
Wow,
sick.
from 97 alone, you're going straight to the top.
I thought he was class.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah?
I agree.
Yeah?
Yeah, I try to think of the series as a whole, and he has like some really cool bits.
He's
I think,
clearly very pivotal to the plot of X-Men in general.
yeah,
And
no,
I think
hundred
he's sick.
percent.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I think the fact that he's almost like the whole X-Men thing in the previous, obviously with this one is a lot more dramatic, but in the OG sort of series, he's probably like the only human feeling person there,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
where he's like, obviously because he's from the future and he knows what's coming, he keeps coming back and being like, yo, get your shit together,
Yeah.
because this is gonna go horrifically wrong if this doesn't happen. Everyone else is kind of like, we're the X-Men, we're cool. He's just always there being
Yeah.
like, look, you need to fix this, otherwise this is what's going to happen. So yeah, I think, yeah, he's vital part of the X-Men, especially the animated series. So yes, I will agree with you.
Sick.
We will put him
Absolutely
in the GOAT.
Yes, baby.
What a great
Who's next,
man,
buddy?
Mr. It's Gambit, Dan.
Which Gambit?
But it's not, it's not the Gambit we all want, is it? It's not the Gambit we all love.
Sorry, can we
It's
just
the
like
Gambit-
pause to just laugh? Like the fact that this was an actual character in X-Men Origins Wolverine for no reason, mind you.
No, no. And it's more insulting of the fact that they've brought in so many just random people in
Yeah.
it. Like a lot of the characters are like they're sort of within the X-Men, I believe, most of them, but they've probably like half these characters have never been part of the X-Men
Yeah.
again since.
Yeah.
And then you've got Gambit, like a beloved X-Men character,
Yeah.
and this is what you do to him.
I mean, it's obvious where he's going, so I'll just pop him in there.
Yeah,
now.
the goat.
but-
That's right. No. He goes right in the stink.
just
You can chuck him
mental
with
to
the
think
stink.
that
You
we
just kick him
had-
out with the stink.
We had X-Men Origins
Stink is
Wolverine,
of the stink.
and he was just there. Like, it's just...
Yeah, just there, just pointless. Like if it wasn't for the whole like card thing, you would never have known that was
No,
Gambit.
no. I doesn't even have an accent, does he,
Atrocious.
if I'm correct?
No, it's absolutely atrocious.
Yeah,
Like
it
what
is
they
bad.
did to my boy, they fucking ruined him.
No,
like,
they
yeah,
did.
So
I agree.
fuck you, X-Men Wolverine, for that. Origins, fuck you.
Next.
Right, we have the OG Jean Grey.
Where would you put this?
Goat.
Yeah, same.
I
I think
yeah, no,
she's
she is Jean Grey, isn't she?
unbelievable.
Yeah, no,
Unbelievable.
she is sick, and she's one of those people, and she when you think of Jean Grey, this is who we think of.
And she killed
Like,
Charles in
straight
X-Men
away,
3. Like, can you ever...
She
Like,
really
that was
did.
fucking
Yeah,
wild.
no, she brutalized him. Yeah, no, Jean Grey is. I mean, again, she's another one similar to Harry Berry Storm. Like, she is Jean Grey. She's the OG Jean Grey. She always will be Jean Grey. Like, I don't think it's gonna be really tricky for anyone going forward to be her.
As we'll soon see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is Jean Grey. She is the goat
Oh, one of the best.
of
one
the
of
Jean
best.
Greys.
Yeah, agree.
Up
Who's
next is the other Jean Grey from the future-y, the Days of Future Past. Yeah, no.
Stinks.
This ain't it. She's probably. I mean, are we going? Are we going?
Yes. Yes.
We're going stinks.
Yes.
Stinky. Yeah. No, unfortunately, she is. I think she was. I know you were like, I don't really like it. I hate that. I hate everything about it. And I don't think. I think it's harsh to be like, I hate everything about this person. And not that you literally said that, but you know what I mean. Like, to be that bad about it. But I think they really did it dirty.
Yeah, I agree. But again, I think
to
personal
bring her in
taste-
the second film and then by the sorry.
Go on.
I was gonna say to bring her into Apocalypse and then by the next one she's Dark Phoenix. It's like,
Yeah,
how?
I agree.
How has this happened?
Yeah, I agree.
sorry.
And again, I think it comes down to just personal nostalgia for me. Obviously, as we just said, old trilogy Jean Grey. That's Jean Grey to me. Do you know what I mean that's who I
Jean
grew
Grey,
up with,
yeah.
Jean Grey? So when they introduced this version, I just didn't care. And I think I watched Dark Phoenix maybe like 5 years after it released, and I just did not care. So
No, they really did the character dirty, but yeah, she's a big old stinks like
Yep,
Jean
she
Grey,
is.
stinky, which is hilarious, isn't it? To go from one extreme to the
Yeah,
complete
literally,
opposite. Like,
literally.
but yeah, this is which probably makes the old Jean Grey seem even better.
even better.
Watching this one, yeah. So next up we have the man, the myth, the legend that is Apocalypse. I'm giving a big introduction as if he's some like hero.
As if
here,
he's the
and I'm
best
like,
character. Cool.
well,
Where
he
would you?
kinda stinks.
I mean,
No,
you
no,
know
so,
more about cartoon
yeah,
Apocalypse
so-
than I do. So
yeah, animated Apocalypse. I mean, he is. I think if we're going to go on X-Men villains, he is the villain.
yeah, and he's one of the sickest
He is.
looking villains.
Yeah, he's really cool. They do him like seeing this, and then as we get into later, seeing what they did with him in live action, you're like, oh, you can kind of see that this is the Apocalypse you need. You know, like he's just a destroyer. That you literally can't stop him. There is nothing you can do to stop him. That's all you can do is prevent him.
Mhm.
You can freeze him. You can put him in something. You can capture him. But there is literally nothing you can do to stop this man.
Yeah.
He's like a lot of the big arcs within the old X-Men series are based around him as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, for me, he is the GOAT
Okay, I'm happy with that.
of X-Men villains. This man.
Which is
The
weird
GOAT.
to me, considering we've seen him in one live-action movie.
Yeah,
Wow.
but again, I think it's so hard to do this guy justice because it's so like in this he's just this ginormous, like terrifying man that can just there's nothing you can do against him. It's not
Yeah.
as if like he's like, you know, a human that you can kind of go, oh well, we can get him this, we can get him that, because there's nothing you can do against him. It's so hard to do him justice live
Yeah.
action because you literally can't kill him.
Mhm.
So it's like a case of you just got to capture him.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, if you think of an actual film, you're like, what do you do at the end? Oh, we put him in some ice or something. And it's like, right,
Yeah.
okay. So I think it's really difficult to do him justice. But yeah, as far as animated series, this guy is the GOAT.
Fantastic. Who we got next?
Next up is one of my personal favourites, I'll be honest with you, Nightcrawler, animated Nightcrawler.
He's
No-
class.
Oh, he's so sick. So, like, we have, like, an origin story. So he comes in quite late. I think he comes in either, like, the third or fourth series. He's not one of the OGs at all.
Mhm.
But, yeah, he has a proper, like, Dracula origin story, basically.
He's sick.
Where he's, like, from, like, you know, the 1800s or whatever. And, like, yeah, he basically, like, everyone finds him. They try to kill him. Like, all the villagers come with their bloody pitchforks
Yeah.
and stuff and try, like, kill him and that. But he's just a really wholesome, lovely
Yeah,
boy.
he is, yeah.
Like he's just the best.
I agree.
I love Nightcrawler. An animated version. Where would you? I'll let you go. Where
So
would you?
obviously
like to
I've
go
only
with
seen
this?
97, so I think he'd be between GOAT and Bangin' for me, just because I loved him, but he's only really in 97 for like an episode or two, maybe
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
So it'd be
No, they-
between there, but whichever you want to land on, I'm happy.
Our
with.
personal preference. Come on, get it up
Goat
this
is, yeah.
and my man.
One thing I will say
Get up there
about
as
the
goat.
new age live action Nightcrawler, who we've put in Get a Load of This Guy, he looks like the animated one.
No, he does.
Like
He does.
it's pretty one for one. Like it's good, which I think is great.
Yeah,
he
no,
sucks,
but he's just-
but
he's
his
just- yeah.
his design is fantastic. Who's next?
Next up is from Deadpool 2, Mr. Cable. Live action.
Ooh, live action Cable. Again, I think I'd go Bangin'. I think
Yeah,
he's
I
such
completely
a
agree.
good character, but if we had
See,
him
and
in
everyone's
Deadpool and
everyone's
Wolverine,
crying about Downey Jr. Huh?
yeah, very true, very
That
true.
must be it. Huh?
Oh, also, I can't remember if I told you this. I'm going to say it live on air now. When we did the superhero podcast 2.5 hours one, I predicted Downey Jr. was back.
Did you?
Yeah, I said at one
Holy
point, I
shit.
think they're going to bring back Robert Downey Jr. And I was like,
Oh my god, you did, you did.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah, because we were talking about Iron Man when I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm praying they don't bring back Iron Man. But yeah, no, you did. Well
Mental.
done, Dan.
cool. So
Your
Cable
prediction.
live action goes into Bangin'. Great.
Yeah, he's great. He's great in it. He was like, I guess he's almost like the original straight man, really.
Yeah, and he just
to-
works so well with Deadpool.
He does.
So
yeah,
good.
he does. And it's kind of a shame that they didn't like bring him back.
I was
really
very
for
sad
this
we
one.
didn't get him, but whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, no, he's still the best part of that film.
next?
So next up we have, well, I mean, you know, there's only one place to put him,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's
I'm-
Wolverine. It's animated Wolverine. It's Wolverine. Do we really need to say anything in the animated series? It's Wolverine. He's the same guy as he always is. He's still great. I love.
Stinky.
If anything, I love the fact. If anything, I like the fact that the animated version they make him like the OG Wolverine, where he's just this short little angry man, like who's kind of wholesome. I think he's a lot more wholesome in this.
Mhm.
Obviously, we get it more in Deadpool Wolverine, where he's a lot more wholesome. But I think he's a lot more wholesome in the animated series than he is in the live
Yes,
action
yeah.
up until the last sort of few. But I mean, it's Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's
Goat,
Wolverine.
goat, all day long. All day long.
Next up, another contender for Mr. Goat. It is the original Charles Xavier,
Live action.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. X himself.
I mean, he
like,
goes
yeah,
at the
I mean,
top. Again, I don't think we need to
Yeah.
linger on this. He is
And-
the GOAT.
You know, he is. And again, I think, unfortunately for me, when you talk Charles Xavier,
Oh, this is Charles.
This is Charles.
Patrick
Xavier,
Stewart will always be
100%.
Charles, always.
Patrick
And I think
Stewart,
this goes for
yeah,
all
no.
his performances across the board, including Logan.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
goat.
No, he is the goat.
Who's next?
So next up, we have Charles Animated. Now, I'd like to hear your opinion on this one.
I don't really like him.
I
I
think
understand
so.
he is the main man of the X-Men. I get it, but he's just kind of boring.
Yeah, no, he is. He is extremely boring. And the legs, they didn't help him, did they?
No.
The fact that we first time is like Charles is back and he's walking is a bit like
It made me laugh so much because he's in this like suit of armor.
his suit, yeah, and he's just like, yeah, it's really weird. Like the way they did him, and especially in '97, like for this to be the introduction to Charles for a lot of people within the animated verse, it's a bit like, ooh,
Yeah.
are you sure
Are
about
you
that?
sure
Like,
about that? Yeah.
yeah, he's. Yeah, he is.
Mid?
I mean, yeah, no, he is. He is really mid. Like, I think
I
even throughout it, he's very much like just there.
Honestly,
It's
I
Charles.
was having a great time with Cyclops and Magneto being the leaders, and then he kind of came
Yeah.
back, and I was like,
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't want you. He's like a party pooper. Like.
"Who is next?"
So next up, we have the main villain, who for some reason I could not think of his bloody name when we were doing the X-Men '97. It is Bastion. So
Yes.
he is the basically the big bad of X-Men '97. What did you think, Dan?
I'd probably say mid. That's not a bad mid. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good mid, but I just don't think he did enough to kind of stick in my mind.
No, I mean the fact that neither one of us could remember his name
That speaks volumes.
is
Yeah.
it does, it really does. And I think like look, in hindsight when you look at it, you go, yeah, you were a great part of it and like the main part of it. But yeah, it was just like I think there was more interesting villains around him.
I agree. Mid.
So yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I'll go mid Bastion.
Who's next, bud?
Bye, Bastion. Next up is my man, Mr. OG himself. It's Gambit.
Yeah.
The animated Gambit, and he's just the fucking best.
No, he is.
I fucking, oh my god, I cannot describe too much. I love him. I was one of those things where I remembered I watched X-Men, the original series a lot. Well, not a lot, but it was one of those things that was on when I was a kid. And I remember just like for some reason just thinking this was the coolest guy in the world. And I think going back to this, I was like, oh, like I loved Gambit. I'd like to see how he goes. And just every scene he's in, he just steals it constantly. Like his whole romance with Rogue. And I mean, to do what they did to him, as much as it's devastating.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I could not begin. I genuinely was like close to tears.
No, it's
when-
the
at
highlight of that
series.
show, though, isn't it? Let's be honest.
But yeah, like to at the same time, as much as it's like devastating, it's almost like them going, "This is the guy."
This is the king. Yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean?
I agree. I agree.
So yeah, like rest in peace, and I hope you come back a better man.
Yeah.
Like Gambit animated, GOAT,
Agree.
the man.
Agree.
Okay, Mystique is next. Days of Future Past Mystique. This is Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique. Now, I have altering view.
Yeah,
because, unfortunately, the first two, she's fantastic.
Really good. Really, really good. The last two, she fucking sucks.
Yeah, but I don't know how much it brings it down. This is my issue.
So where would you? So if you're judging her off First Class and Days of Future Past, where would she go for you?
Banging.
I keep sliding on my chair. Yeah, and then if you're judging her from the last two, where would you put her?
I mean, you know, the last one, she dies within the first, like, 10, 20 minutes, really. She's not really part of Dark Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
She's, like, the death of Dark Phoenix. She's there. As far as Apocalypse goes, she's kind of there. Like, it's weird because she's almost, like, a huge part of it. Like, all of these new mutants coming in are like, you're the woman, the reason we're doing this. So she's still a big part of it, but she's not the main part. Whereas I think in Days of Future Past, it's her film. And when it's her film, she's fantastic.
I'd say a high mid, personally. 'Cause I
Fair.
think she really does shine when she wants to. I think my issue is she just tainted it because Jennifer Lawrence was so open over the fact she just didn't care, and I think that makes me
That
so
does
sad.
repaint it. Yeah, because she's, yeah.
Because
No,
when
I can
Jennifer
see
Lawrence
that. I
is a good,
understand.
when she's putting a performance, Jennifer
when
Lawrence
she's
is one of
zoned
the
in,
best
she's sick.
actresses like around today.
Yeah,
She
she's
genuinely
really
is.
great, isn't she?
But when she doesn't care, you can tell.
Yeah.
And this later on, you can just tell. So
Yeah, she kind of does this thing as well, doesn't she? Where she just like don't lambast things, really. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
it's something that's genuinely like rubbish and you were just like as a cash grab, whatever, fair enough. But I mean,
This is
when
the
it's
X-Men.
a
Like,
series you've been part of, and it almost feels like all of a sudden it's like it's not all about you, Mystique, and she's gone. I don't give a shit anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not a great look for you. So okay, I can agree with Mid. Like I think it's a shame
it is
because
a
I
shame.
think
I
if it
completely
wasn't
agree.
for yeah, if it wasn't for her like attitude towards it, I think she is a nailed on banging.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Well.
Next.
So, next up is Mr. Big Blue Boy himself, the OG Beast. Yeah, I
I
agree.
love
Yeah,
this
yeah,
character. And spoilers for the Marvels. I don't think anyone cares.
yeah.
But when
No,
he
we
came in
both
at the
popped
end,
hard, like
oh
goddamn,
god,
like yeah,
that was the
no, we
most
did. We
exciting thing of
both,
my life.
yeah, no, we both popped hard when Beast come back. Like,
And it's
in
not
the
even the
last
fact that it
series,
was
so,
Beast;
yeah.
it was the fact that it was Kelsey Grammer's Beast.
Yeah,
Oh
no, I know.
god, amazing.
Yeah, no, he's sick. Like he is. I mean, Beast is probably one of the low key best characters in general.
Oh, he's so sick. Yeah, like across
Um,
the board, I agree. He's great.
Yeah, yeah. So we get into that a bit later. But yeah, as far as OG, he is 100%
So sick.
GOAT.
The fact that he kind of came into X-Men Last Stand and just was the best part. Goat.
Yeah, no,
Who's
100%.
next?
This is an interesting one now. So we're going for original Cyclops. So from the original three. Dan?
Oh, now this is tough now, because before 97, I really liked this character. After 97, I can see they did him like shit. So I'm super split because I love James Marsden as an actor, and I think his portrayal for this version is good. I think he's got a lot of emotion, and I think he's just a good actor, and I like his kind of back and forth with Logan. But after 97, I can't help but think that they did him bad. They did him bad.
Yeah, yeah, no,
I think it'd be another high mid.
Good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was struggling with this one because it's just like I just find him again outside of I found outside of 97. That's the only time I've generally found him interesting.
Yeah.
I've always found him just really boring Cyclops. I just think he's just like as much as he's like the leader, he's never really felt like that. It's very much they're going, he's our leader, and it's always a bit like really like he's just the guy who's just not. He's almost like the guy who doesn't stabilize. He's like the really good student, and
Yeah.
they can go, this guy won't do anything silly, so we'll make him the leader, rather
Yeah.
than being like, oh yeah, this guy is 100% the guy. Like
As a kid,
So,
though,
yeah,
I
I
wanted
completely-
these powers so bad. I don't
yeah,
know
I
why.
know. This,
I think it's the
This is why I was
glasses.
interested. Yeah,
Sick.
I was interested to see what you would say because I know like this is kind of your guy. Like, but yeah, I'm
it's
quite
just,
happy.
I think it's just after 97 is realizing how different he is. Kind of sucks, but he's
I mean,
still
yeah.
good. Do you know what I mean?
It is 100% just 97 where
Yeah.
they do him. Like, they make no doubt about it. Like, even the old series, he fucking stinks. So next up we have Iron Fist.
Random little character, realistically, because yes, he's in Deadpool 2 and he's a lot of fun in Deadpool 2, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted to see him again.
No.
So I'd probably say
Yeah. I mean, honestly, until you said that he was from Deadpool 2, I completely forgot who he was.
really.
Yeah,
Again,
you
I
said
think
Fire
the
Fist.
actor
I
is
mean,
a lot of fun. And have you
yeah,
seen?
okay.
Have you
For the
seen his film
performance-
Hunt for the Wilder People? Have you ever seen that film?
No.
He's so good in that. Like he's such a good actor. But
Yeah.
just
All right, yeah. I was gonna give him Stinky, but I mean, like, yeah, he's quite cool in the film. He doesn't.
yeah, and I think he does enough to kind of warrant being a fun part of
Yeah.
that film. But
But again,
considering
like, I think
who's
he's
in
one
it,
of those people where he went. If you went, who's Fire Fist? They go.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
yeah.
Who the fuck is that
Who
guy?
have we got next?
Next up is Mr. Charles Xavier's better half, I guess. It is Lilandra. Lilandra from the animated series. Now, she is like a very small part of 97. She's kind of there. Like, it's odd. This whole thing is odd. Like, she's quite cool. Like, she's basically a psychic, similar to Charles. They end up getting together because they psychically connect. It's a bit weird, and there's like she kind of comes down to save the world when like shit's getting really bad. So when there's like an alien life form or something getting involved, she kind of comes down. She's a big part of it, but I don't know if I really care. Like,
I
you know what
definitely
I mean?
did not. From what I saw in 97,
No.
did not care at all. This would go
No,
right at
like-
the bottom for me. But
Right, okay. I mean, I think she's a big enough part of it to be like, I can't really be like, oh, she stinks. But I can see, I think a lot of people who watch 97 will go, yeah, this one stinks. So I think we'll get one of these. I think we'll
Yeah,
go
I'm happy with that.
Geller of this guy, like, because I think if you go back to the previous series, great. If you look at just the 97, yeah, she's stinky.
Cool.
So we'll go somewhere in the middle.
I'm good with that.
Good old
Next.
Liskin. Next girl is, can you see me? It's Blink. Can you miss it? Because I can't remember it. So,
No me,
there we are.
so I'm gonna go.
She is
Stinky.
Mrs. Stinky,
You watch
I'm afraid.
again.
Mrs. Blinky. woo.
I do want to rewatch X-Men very soon, but watch me watch this film now and be like, wow, Blink's sick.
No,
Next.
no. She's but sorry, sorry, Blinky. I was going to call it Stinky. Now. Sorry, Blink. Next up, we have Psylocke. Now, I'm all right with Psylocke.
I don't really remember it, but is this the character in Deadpool and Wolverine that we were like, who's that? Is that someone? Is that her?
Yes.
I want to say yes, but she does literally nothing in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
anyway.
that was a really like maybe
Yeah.
yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so. She's mainly in Apocalypse, from what I can remember.
Yes.
So she's sort of like his sidekick who ends up like sort of leaving him, and things are really cool. Her powers, things are really cool. That sounds
Things.
horrific. Her things, all two of them. No, her powers are really cool. Like I think
What does she do
it's
again?
almost so she can basically sort of like create things. So there's a really cool bit where she like falling from the sky, and she's got like these like they're like purpley,
So she's Green Lantern.
lasery powers. Oh no, no. So
She
she's
could
got
never
like
be Green Lantern.
she's almost I can't really describe what it is. It's almost a bit of like Gambit with a bit of Cyclops.
You know that
So
sounds
she
to
can
me.
like project. Hey, come on now. She can project things, and she does. I just remember there's a really cool scene where she's falling from the sky, and then she gets like this sort of like purple javelin thing out and jams in the building because she can't fly, and then they go, shh, okay, yeah, give her a big stinks then, fine. Stinks.
I just don't
yeah,
care.
no one. Okay, fine.
Who's next?
Next up, come on, Dan, it's yours and my favourite. He's a man on a mission. He's a man on a warpath.
Stinky.
Stinky, yeah. I couldn't remember a thing he did. So bye, Warpath. I tell you what, Warpath, you're on the wrong one. Get off the junction, stinky boy.
Next.
Next up, we have Deathstrike
From
Live
X2,
action.
yeah.
from X2. So yeah, the big sort of Wolverine slash.
I'd go mid.
Very iconic.
Yeah, sick.
Very forgettable.
My favourite thing was when we were kids, it was literally, oh my god, Wolverine's sister.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
well. I mean, technically, it's his missus, isn't
Yeah.
it? So, but obviously, they kind of
Mid?
don't. I don't think that's. Yes.
Yeah, I think mid
Because you
suits
have,
that.
you'll always remember it, but you will not remember who she is.
No, I completely agree, but the
You know what I'm
fight
saying?
scene is very sick.
Yeah, so very memorable, but no one's going to ever go, I love that fight
Yeah,
with
I
Deathstrike.
agree.
They just go, I love it when they have female Wolverine.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the iconicness. Right, next up is, I mean, do we need to, have we put it up there already?
Yeah.
It is Mr. Nightcrawler, OG Nightcrawler.
This is-
I mean, for the scene alone,
This is probably my favourite character in X-Men ever. Specifically Alan Cummings' take. Like,
oh, okay.
Alan Cumming was a big part of my childhood being Floop in Spy Kids. So,
Yeah.
like literally the goat. Let's put Floop on you.
It was a madman, help us, save us.
Like, that was iconic enough. And then when I saw this, like, him as Nightcrawler is insane
is.
and forever in my mind.
He is.
And his costume, like, design, the practical effects. Oh, the best. So, yeah, goat forever.
Yeah, no, completely agree. Again, like when you say Nightcrawler, this is Nightcrawler,
This is
isn't it?
Nightcrawler, I agree.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. So, tricky one next. No, it's not a tricky one at all, is it? It's Apocalypse, but the live action, and it fucking stinks.
Stinks.
It is atrocious. I think, especially, if everything goes according to plan for X-Men '97 season 2, which is going to be Apocalypse, you will realize even more. Not that you don't know, but I think people in general will realize even more how fucking atrocious
He's
this Apocalypse
rubbish.
is.
He's really bad.
Like, it's the worst part of the film, and considering it's literally X-Men Apocalypse, yeah, it's. I mean, he's the reason this film did so badly.
Yeah. Funny
I
though,
think it
because
really
he's
did
another
help
Marvel
people.
actor who's been cast again. He's Moon Knight.
Yeah, which I mean, he's sick as well,
Yeah,
let's
he's
be honest. Oscar
Oscar
Isaac.
Isaac. There you go. Smashed it.
Yeah, so yeah, great casting as Moon Knight, but big
Terrible.
stinky
Terrible,
apocalypse,
terrible.
the worst apocalypse I've ever seen.
Next.
Right, next is Trask animated. Now he was very briefly
Yeah.
in. What did you think about him in '97?
He seemed interesting enough. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
seemed
he's kind of
interesting.
one of those people where, again, he's like an important person. He's in a lot, but he doesn't do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't even think he has powers. I think he's just. I kind of included him because I thought, like, especially if you'd watch the animated show from the start, like he seems to be there all the time,
Mhm.
but he just doesn't do anything. He's almost like the brains behind everything. You know, he's like the guy before the guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's again, he's more important. I wouldn't say he's mid. I give him a bit of a geller of this guy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he doesn't
I'm
do
happy with that.
anything. He's got no powers. He doesn't do anything. He's just. I thought he was just. I think he's just an important part
He is. Yeah.
of the animated series as a whole.
Agree.
Next up is someone you probably don't know. Do you not?
No clue.
It is Mr. Red Omega. Whoppa. He's just, yeah, he's quite cool actually. He's a big Soviet robot that's similar to Apocalypse. You cannot kill. He just gets like he's almost has a bit of a Captain America arc.
I
where he just gets
swear
frozen.
they've rumored him to be in Brave New World.
Oh,
I'm
no, that'd be
pretty
really
sure
sick,
that's the
actually.
rumor going around at the minute. I might be
I mean, it
wrong,
would-
but I'm pretty sure.
It would make a lot of sense, but yeah, he's basically Russian Captain America, where
Right.
he got frozen for years. They unfreeze him. He comes back. There's a big part of Wolverine's story, of original Wolverine story,
Mhm.
when he's part of X Squad. So yeah, he's a big part of it. He's one of those where I'm like, I like this guy.
Mhm.
But he doesn't do a lot. I'm gonna give
I
him.
agree.
I'll put him in mid
Mid.
because I can't really justify him being banging.
Fair.
But like personally, I'm like I kind of want to be like you're quite banging. But I think hopefully no, wait, better like my men robotic and Russian. No, I think if they bring him back in '97 or bring him back into the actual Marvel universe, then hopefully get a bit more of him. It might be a bit like
This guy.
I see
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Okay, next up is now this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So we're going for OG Sabretooth.
So you let me
From-
put Liev Schreiber in banging, so I'm quite happy to let you kind of have free reign on this one. I'd obviously say mid, but
Yeah, no, you're wrong. He is he is banging.
I was
He
gonna say
is,
he's definitely
like-
not a goat. Like I'm
Oh
dead.
God, no, he's not 100%. He's not. But yeah, no, he is. I mean, when you think of those old films, you can't not think of Sabretooth. Like he is up there. Oh come on!
I genuinely
man.
don't.
You're doing
Like,
this.
he's one person I
You're
do
doing
not.
this. Oh, you're insulting. You're insulting me, sir. I think for me then, and for everybody else with a bit of fucking common sense out there, when you think of, when you think of the old GX man, this is the guy. Like he is original Wolverine's nemesis.
Brother, isn't he?
He is. Yeah. But as in, like, you know, they are the.
Yeah.
Whenever you see original Wolverine fighting, like
I mean, you get the
99% of the time
iconic
he's
fight
fighting
in the
Sabretooth.
beginning of X-Men 1 where they're in the snow. Yeah, it's very good. It's very cool. But I just don't care about it.
Yeah. Well, you're fucking wrong and stupid.
Who's next?
Who did they bring back, eh? This one.
Yeah. Who did they kill off in 5 seconds, huh? This one.
Yeah, it was great though.
It was
Memorable. Remember that, didn't you? So next up we have Storm from Future Past. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Yeah.
huh?
It's
Absolutely
yeah.
stinks.
They redo it dirty, don't they?
Mhm.
They do.
Yeah.
Like it was fascinating when I first seen her in Apocalypse, being like, "Oh, she's a villain." Now this could be really cool to
Mhm.
see how they do this, and they don't do anything with it.
No,
really.
she's rubbish.
She's just she's
Has
just kind
no
of there. She
memorable
gets handled quite easily, and then that's kind of it.
Yeah, I agree. Rubbish.
And then I think she ends up on the good side come the next film, which everyone knows kind of stinks. So
Yes.
yeah, unfortunately, big stinky for one of the OGs.
I agree. I agree.
Next up we have Magneto,
Michael Fassbender, yeah.
Days of Future, Michael Fassbender, Days of Future Past, Magneto. Yeah, he is. I mean,
Goat.
personally, for me, he is the GOAT of those series.
I
of that
said
series of
this
films.
is very clearly Michael Fassbender's best role, like by a
And
landslide.
this is, I think, this is probably the only character where I can go as far as OG and this one.
I agree to an extent. Unfortunately, it's Ian McKellen. Like,
It is 100%. It is, and it always will be. It's one of those things where if you go, "Who's Magneto?" It's Ian McKellen, but
no,
Fassbender is
he
not.
is fantastic.
Yeah, it's not so much of like I think with everybody else, it's like you've got. It's like that, isn't it? You know, everyone else is sort of like.
I think there's one that comes close, but yeah.
Fair enough, but yeah, no. As far as this performance, I think he steals every single scene that he's in.
He's incredible.
It gets a bit annoying, a bit tedious towards the end of like the time you hit Dark Phoenix, where it's like, oh, he's left again. No, I know it's kind of annoying that like pretty much the end of every film he's like, I'm a good guy, and then but I start the next film he's like, I hate everyone, and then he's like, I'm a good guy again. So that's kind of annoying, but his performances are fantastic.
Yes, agree.
So next up we have Deadpool. Juggernaut.
Yeah, just funny. Just so funny.
I do not remember this.
Really? When he rips Deadpool in half in Deadpool 2. Fucking hilarious, but... And then him and Colossus have the big fight in the end. Funny as fuck.
I can't remember it.
Really?
Yeah, not at all. I genuinely...
It's Ryan Reynolds doing a voice cameo as well, which is just... It just cracks me up. It's very funny.
Okay, well, I'm happy to leave you with this one then, because I genuinely can't remember it.
Realistically, it'd go mid... Because he's just, I'm there. I just find him funny, but yeah.
Okay.
Had a good action scene towards the end.
Gonna go mid.
Gonna go mid.
Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely. I might watch it back and go, oh, but
the best part.
That's completely gone from my memory. That is completely. Next up, is this the other person you were talking about? So we have Charles Xavier Future Past. I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, no, it does nothing for me.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think his performance specifically in First Class is fucking great. So good.
Yeah.
I think when he's out looking for mutants, when he gets shot in the back towards the end and he has that moment with Magneto, it brings me to tears. I love it. I think I can agree. Great.
Yeah, I can agree. Okay, I can agree with First Class. He's great. Probably a 3.
Days of Future Past, good, but unfortunately you have Patrick Stewart there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always going to look at Patrick Stewart instead because he is it. But I still think McAvoy gives a very good performance. Apocalypse, unfortunately, the man just had a terrible script to work with. But isn't this where he goes bald?
Yeah, because he ends up, well, they try to take him, don't they? So Apocalypse tries to take over his body, and then like halfway through the process he loses his hair.
You get that shit bit where you see like him on that rock with the pink jumper on. Yeah, it's terrible. But again, I still think he gives a very good performance, and he works with what he's got. Unlike Jennifer Lawrence, who just kind of checked out.
Yeah,
he still tried, and then I don't remember Dark Phoenix anyway. So
yeah, no, I don't know what it is. I just find him. I mean, to be fair, I think Charles Xavier in general, outside of Patrick Stewart, I find him really fucking boring.
I get it.
I just don't. I don't get the whole sort of hype. And yes, all right, I can agree with First Class. He is great. Their whole relationship is great. But then don't forget, we literally start Days of Future Past with him being like, I'm an alcoholic who can walk now, and you're like, what?
I love
what
that.
Have we? Do you?
Yeah, genuinely, I love the kind of duality of his character in that one. It's messy, and I agree it's messy. But I like the fact that he's like a fucking broken man in that one for a while.
I know, but I just feel like this was the first time where I went, ooh, we've missed way too much here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know they skipped forward so many years.
Get away with it.
But I mean, to get to a point where he's like, I have a school now, and this is never really referenced again. Like, as in, like, he had a school, he lost it all somehow, and everyone just died because probably most of the actors didn't want to come back for the next film. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm broken and I can walk again. Then it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm right in a wheelchair. And then like the school just kind of survives. Then like all the students and all that it just stays a school.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I think we're focusing now more on the films than the character.
No, but as in him, I just don't care about him. I don't like his arc. But look, where do you want to put it?
I'd go banging, personally. But I'll settle for mid if you'd like.
I would like.
Okay, I will. I'm not happy about it. but he'll go there. But I think he's very, very good. But
I just think he's got like, I just think there's like one, there's one like good film where you're like, oh yeah, like again, I think he's another person who, if they went, oh look, it's this Charles Xavier back, I'd be like,
oh no, I'd love it. Like genuinely love it. Right, next.
I mean, it got a little
getting caught up on
whatever.
fucking.
Sorry. Mystique, OG Mystique, the original Mystique.
I'd go banging.
Mystique? I agree.
Yeah,
I think this probably is another one where when you think of Mystique, this is probably the one you think about, isn't it?
This is Mystique. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's closer. I'll be honest. If Jennifer Lawrence didn't do the whole I don't give a shit, I think her Mystique, when it's good, is better.
Yeah, I can probably agree.
Personally, I think in general, as like just solid, this is Mystique. Like, and obviously we have she does the whole president thing, doesn't she? Does she not? Yeah, sick. Yeah. So Mystique is banging.
Banging. I agree. Who's next?
We agree. Okay, Jubilee. Where you going?
So if I'm judging, well, obviously I've only seen 97. I'd again probably go banging.
Okay, fair. So
really enjoyed it.
This is tricky because she is one of the biggest parts of the animated series, which is just bizarre for her to be such a vital part of the animated series but never really get her shot in the X-Men films. You get like glimpses of her, you get like little bits. I think she's in Apocalypse, I believe, but she never does anything. She's there,
she's just
and you can
cameo
see her
at one point.
Yeah,
it's
you can see her in costume, but she never does her Jubilee thing. Like she's just there,
and she's got such sick powers.
Yeah, she is. So cool, she's really sick. And she's a huge part of it. So I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Up to the goat.
Yeah, I'm happy with that because again, I think in 97 she was one of the characters I was most invested with. So
yeah, and I think for me, you don't have the animated series without Jubilee.
Fair, very fair.
I think she's a vital part of it. So yeah, I think Jubilee is fucking sick.
Cool.
So next up we have Jean Grey. Now I am mixed on this one. So Jean Grey, animated version.
Animated, yeah.
I am really mixed in this one because 97 fantastic, everything else horrific.
So for that, probably mid.
Well, what do you think? If you were going purely on 97?
Jean was not my favourite character in 97. I liked the arc. I probably enjoyed Madeline more.
Yeah, I can agree with
that. I'd probably actually go mid.
Okay, no, I'm happy with that then. Yeah, that's absolutely fine because I think she's far more interested in this series. I think in the old series she's very much just bland.
Yeah.
But I completely agree. Actually, I think I preferred Madeline much more than I did Jean Grey.
Interesting.
So yeah, I will. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Okay, next up, we seem to be hammering this all of a sudden. So next up, we have Cyclops of Days of Future Past. Fucking stinks.
Days of Future Past Cyclops. Do I even remember him?
Stinks.
It's the kid from Ready Player One, isn't it?
Yeah, they bring him in Apocalypse. They kind of give him like a thing where he he can't control his powers and he ends up like blowing people up and shit. And it's fucking rubbish.
Stinks.
Yeah, it's bloody rubbish. Like they finally give him his he's got sunglasses on because he has like a thing where he's blindfolded walking in, and then it's like Jean Grey tries speaking to him through his mind. He's like, what a fucking weirdo. And all of a sudden he sees her and she's like, oh, she's quite fit, let's get together. And it's like, oh, fuck off, you fucking loser.
Don't like him.
Yeah, it stinks. Cyclops animated. Dan, where are you going?
So again, just on X-Men 97, I'd probably go top.
Top.
Oh, love them. Again, I think
unfortunately.
The way I know, obviously, as you're going to say, animated series, you don't like him. I get it, right? Because I haven't watched it, but I understand what you mean. But his arc in 97 is so good and really emotional. And I love that aspect of it. The fact that he kind of couldn't let go, that he was in love with someone else, basically. Oh, goated. So
yeah,
good.
no, look, I'm happy to be wrong sometimes. And if we're going, I'm happy to take out the animated version of him and just go, do you know what? If you just look at it purely on the 97 one, I think, he is the GOAT.
He is.
I'm quite happy to move him up to GOAT because I think this is, for me, if I'm talking Cyclops, is this guy.
Yeah.
This is what, for me personally, I think if any Cyclops, going forward, needs to be this. This is the new standard.
I agree with
purely
you.
on 97 for Cyclops. So for that reason alone,
yeah,
he needs to be in the GOAT.
Yeah, he's great. Awesome.
I completely agree. Next up, we have Not one, but Domino.
um, this is a weird one.
Yeah.
This is a very weird one.
Be
I
honest,
think she gives so much fun and so much energy in
Yeah.
Deadpool 2. I think she's very energetic, but we've only had her in that film, and I'd say she had one really standout scene with the whole
Yeah.
Deadpool on the moped, and she's kind of coming from the sky. Then it's the truck, and everything explodes. It's a lot of fun, but
Gonna be one of these, isn't it? It's
yeah,
gonna be one of
yeah.
these.
Where would you
Where do you want to go?
Where would you confidently put her?
Nowhere. Confidently, nowhere. Um,
I'm probably a low mid.
yeah, I'd probably go mid. I'd go mid because there was nothing I could be like. Oh,
And
this
again,
was
I really
rubbish.
like the actress.
Wasn't great.
She's great. But
Yeah, wasn't great. Wasn't awful. Right in the middle.
I agree.
Happy with that?
Yeah, very happy with that.
Next up, we have Juggernaut.
Go!
So which one are we going for here? Are we going for?
Oh, this is Vinnie Jones, but
This is Vinnie Jones' Juggernaut. Yeah, yeah. I
I'm the
get it.
Juggernaut, bitch.
Oh, it's fucking atrocious, but I love it.
Oh,
Like,
I'd go
it's-
banging, 100% go banging.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, there is such a temptation to put him in the goat, like because it's so fucking stupid. It's hilarious,
It's
like.
great.
But yeah, could we argue? Could we argue? Vinnie Jones?
I don't think we need to
Juggernaut
argue. I think
into-
I'd happily put him in goat.
yeah,
He's goat.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
again,
just
it's someone
so
that's like you just
stupid.
can't. Yeah, it's so stupid. But you and it's the bloody the abs and everything.
Yeah.
You just can't. You can't like not think about that.
Unfortunately,
Juggernaut,
again,
can
though,
you?
he's someone that, although I'm going to keep him in GOAT, he tainted it with how he spoke about it recently, where apparently they reached out to him to do it in Deadpool and Wolverine, and he was like, you would never get me in that suit ever again. You'd have to pay me this amount. And I'm like, oh, just shut up, mate. You're not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Like, do the fucking film.
Well, Loki is. He did the one on Netflix, didn't he? That did quite well. The
Gentleman, was it?
yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay. But
Yeah,
like,
he did that recently, so he's somewhat relevant at the moment. But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a bit like
just do the cameo
it's a
and
bit
go
of fun.
home.
I mean, you've got
Like,
Wesley Snipes back, like grow up in
exactly.
it. Next up,
Marvel Jesus.
the man of the moment, Mr. Deadpool, Mr. Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, it's
what
obviously
more
GOAT,
do you
isn't it?
see? He
It's
is the
obvious.
GOAT. He is probably the reason that we will get a new version of the X-Men. He's
Yeah.
the reason that the X-Men are relevant again.
He's the reason
Like,
we had
he's-
we had your favorite cameo ever. He is the
no,
reason.
no, yeah. He is Mr. Goat himself. Like he is. Yeah. This, as far as X-Men go, like this guy.
Yeah,
Come on,
there's
we don't
no
need to say
competition
anymore.
really, is there, at this point?
This guy.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Animated Beast. What do you think about Animated Beast? Up the goat?
Goat, but honest.
Is every version of Beast goat?
Maybe we got
Did
one
we
more.
include? We have,
We
yeah.
have one more.
I see.
Yeah, no, Animated
Yeah,
Beast
so-
is fucking awesome. He's just,
Yeah.
he's just so
Thankfully, they
weird.
finally give him more in
Yeah.
'97. Where, like, honestly, we genuinely spent probably about 2 series of him going, anything happened, nothing more, just going, fascinating. And that was it. I shit you not. There was genuinely an episode where we probably see him 4 times, and he says fascinating 4, and that's it. Fascinating.
He's brilliant.
So I'm so glad we've given this man depth. Thank the Lord. But yeah, I mean, it's Beast.
Yeah,
Come on,
Agree,
the
agree.
goat. Only maybe the Loki, the goat. You know, you
yeah,
never know.
yeah.
Next up, I mean, again, do we need to say any more? It's the Jackman himself, Mr. Jacked Man,
Mr. Abs
Wolverine,
himself.
the only Wolverine that you. I genuinely, as much as like we've kind of like discussed this previously, I don't think you will ever have another Wolverine. I don't think
I
this
said
can happen.
there will be another Wolverine in the MCU 100%. They've already said it. They've already confirmed they are casting. But
Yeah.
Kevin Feige has now come out after Deadpool and Wolverine and was like, we will cast one. Not yet. That's basically
Yeah,
it.
I think he's almost going to be a very obvious like this isn't Wolverine.
Yeah.
We're aware of this. This is a guy from a different universe that's coming. He's going to be a very alternate. Like as far as Wolverine is concerned, it's Mr.
Yeah.
Jacked Man himself.
I agree.
It just the goat.
The goat.
What
The
more
goat.
would you say?
Yeah.
Future past. Beast, Daniel.
I really like him because
Yeah, me too.
it's Nicholas Hoult, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's goat or banging.
Yes, it is. And I think if we're going to put every other version in there, he has to be the GOAT. Because this is...
He's a lot of fun. He has a lot of fun fight scenes. He's
great.
He's fun.
And he has great arcs. And I think the fact that he battles with that thing, especially in this sort of thing where he's like, he wants to be human, but he doesn't want to be this like animal. But if he's going to be normal, how he's supposed to be, he has to be this animal. And I think like the difference between like human Beast and Beast in this film, especially in these set of films, especially, is incredible. Like he's almost like a Hulk-esque thing, isn't it? Where it's like his human side is a lot more smart and intelligent, whereas like that side is just pure like I'm going to rip you
Carnage,
to pieces.
Yeah.
So no, I think he is probably one of, if not the best bit of the original four.
I agree. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. So Wolverine. Nope, sorry, Beast at the top. Christ, I'm running out of steam here. Bishop is next. What did you think of Bishop in '97?
I really love Bishop. I don't know why.
He's become your guy, isn't he?
He's just sick. He's just cool.
Yeah, no,
his attitude is awesome. Like I love.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a thing about him. Like genuinely could not tell you a thing about him. But I just love his. Just the character of him is just really cool and a lot of fun. I'd probably go banging. I can't say GOAT because I've only known him from this, but I think with a bit more context and a bit more in the next season, because obviously he's like him and Cable, isn't it?
Yeah, they basically like they've almost come from like the same sort of era, really. Like Bishop is sort of like not an alternate version, literally, of Cable, but like they both kind of come from the future and they come back to help the X-Men. Bishop's I think more of an important part of it than Cable.
Yeah,
for me personally, from the animated version.
I just think he's cool. I just think he's a cool character. You want to put him right at the top?
Yeah.
Wow, this goat section is going humongous. Like.
Yeah, this Bishop's the man. Like Bishop's fucking sick, man.
Right.
Next up, I mean, fucking hell, Magneto. Jesus Christ, animated Magneto is fucking incredible. I mean, GOAT, obviously. There's not even a fucking question about it. But I mean, my God, could be. I think it might be my favorite Magneto. Animated Magneto.
I can see it. Like, I completely can see that. Yeah.
Especially in '97, I mean, fucking hell, the arc that man goes on is just like.
I do love the moral dilemma with him. Always across X-Men is always good.
Yeah.
But in this specifically, because obviously he's more of a good guy in this.
Yeah.
And I think it's so refreshing and just cool to see. It is awesome.
I think they toe the line a lot better than in the films, where in the films it's almost like, because it films, obviously it's got to be like the start of the film he's a bad guy, but the end he's a good guy. Start of the film, bad guy. He's got to do that all the time, whereas in the series you can kind of have him like playing both, you know what I mean, where he does something good and then someone does something to him and then he's like, actually you're fucking bell ends, a lot of you, I'm going to kill you, and then it's like, oh, he's like the fighting with himself or fighting with Charles Xavier more is so much better. But I mean, this fucking incredible. And then obviously we'll get into the OG Magneto, which again is GOAT.
It is, straight up there as well.
I mean, again, like whenever you speak of Magneto, this is Magneto.
So this is my personal favorite. But I think as we discussed earlier, Michael Fassbender's version comes very close quite often, because that man is he clearly cared about the role so much. But Ian McKellen is just something else. Like that man is a god.
It is. It is. I mean, this is Magneto, isn't it?
It is.
So next up, I mean, goddamn, we've gone from some highs to an interesting. I mean, Banshee, like to come from where we've been going. It feels like we've been ramping up and up and up and up, but then all of a sudden we've got Banshee.
That bit where he like jumps off and he like does his power for the first time is so much fun. But he's shit.
No, he is. But I do. He's almost another one of those where he's almost like a bit of a personal favourite. Right?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not as attached to him as I am to like Toad, but
he
is a fun watch. I'd probably go banging just for the
laugh.
I
was gonna say, No, I think we can't justify a GOAT.
No way.
In any way, shape, or form. But he's really sick, and he's just a funny boy. Like,
he is.
So next up, nearly there now, boy. We have Sinister. Where are you going with Sinister?
Again, I haven't got too much of an opinion on him because I've only seen him in '97. So if I was to go, oh my god, this guy's incredible, he could be shit for all I know. But from what I saw of him in '97, I think he's a really interesting character that I'd like to see more of. So I'd probably go banging.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think banging is fair. I would love to see a live action version of Sinister.
Yeah, because
I
we
think
haven't, have we?
No,
No.
no, I'm pretty confident we haven't, unless like imagine he's the big bad of bloody New Mutants now. We're like, no. But no, I think Sinister is like, I mean, another one iconic villain.
Yeah.
Of X-Men. I mean, even people who don't know X-Men, who haven't watched like X-Men or just seen a live action, everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, I agree.
So he's a massively iconic villain. Yeah, interested to see where they go with him. Hope we get a live action.
Yes,
version of Sinister. So
agree.
I will agree. We'll go banging. Next up, Rogue Animated, the GOAT, the
goat.
best Rogue.
Yeah, the goat.
Incredible.
Yeah, sick.
Like I understand your affiliation with old
Live
Rogue,
action,
but I
yeah.
mean, when you know, if you take out your personal preference,
Oh yeah, no,
I just look at
that's
them
not
side by
Rogue,
side. I
yeah.
mean, no,
Yeah.
god damn, animated Rogue is just something else. And I mean, just for a little bit of backstory, because people might be a bit like, the fuck does she fly? She's basically stolen Captain Marvel's
Yes.
powers. So yeah, the animated series, the whole thing was you take Carol Danvers' powers. Because that's a whole thing a Rogue can do. So she's kind of evil, with Mystique's kind of like trying to get her to do stuff. So she accidentally, she intentionally steals them, can't figure out how to give them back. So that's how she can fly and has like mad powers, because she's basically the Captain Marvel of this world,
Right.
without the sort of over the top mentalness of it. But that's how she can fly and stuff. But yeah, I mean this.
Yeah, she's great.
GOAT.
And
I mean,
said,
her and Gambit together are just.
that's what I said. Episode 5 of 97, as we've already gushed about a million times. She is sick, and again, it's such an emotional performance in episode 5.
Yeah.
It's great. She's awesome. I love her.
So we have a really interesting end to this. So next we have Trask from Days of Future Past. So it's Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, mid. He's fun, but I don't care.
Yeah. Again, it's like Trask is just a tricky one, isn't it? Because he's a vital part of X-Men, a massive part of X-Men, but he's just kind of there. He's just like, I'm a smart man that can create robots. Like, there's nothing we to him, but he's important enough for us to be like, you kind of need to mention
Yeah,
him,
I
but he
agree.
doesn't do anything to be like, mid. I'm absolutely fine with.
Yeah.
And finally, my fucking man. I'm sorry if you haven't seen as well. This is major spoilers.
I mean, we already said
By the
Wesley
way.
Snipes, so
Yeah, no, I know. This is major spoilers, but I don't give a fuck. Like, this is my man, Channing Tatum, finally.
was
Finally,
it 20
we get it
years?
correct.
20 years.
Yeah,
we've been
finally
in this cameo?
he gets his version of Gambit, and finally, I mean, it's Gambit, it's live action, Channing Tatum's Gambit, but yeah, finally we get an actual, real, like, live action version of Gambit, and he's fucking Channing Tatum, and he's fucking sick. And
Yeah, he is. He's incredible. He is
I
incredible.
can't wait to see more of him. He is the GOAT. You put him anywhere else,
Yeah.
and I will.
He's very
fucking
confidently
murder
in
you.
the GOAT,
Yeah,
even I
no,
can agree.
he is just.
And like as we said,
God,
I
I'm so excited.
got to see
Gets my
Deadpool
dick
before.
hard thinking of bringing him in a film. Like, honestly,
I got to see
I'm
Deadpool
looking-
before you, and the fact that I had to not tell you this was actually eating me up inside. Because when I saw it, I lost my fucking mind.
honestly, like,
It
I
is
wanted
amazing.
to do fucking laps around that cinema when I fucking see him.
And
like,
it's
I
such a
could not-
great, it's such a good way to do a cameo, because they said they keep
Oh,
joking about the fact that he
just
never got a film,
fucking-
and the
Oh.
accent is so good. Like, it's such a funny one, but when he's done his
that's
action
sick,
scenes,
man.
like, oh, brilliant, GOAT.
Yeah, it's absolute perfection. Like,
Okay.
so yes, we did it.
We finished, and
That was a big
our
point, wasn't
tier
it?
li- It is, and on
Right.
screen now you will see our tier list. I'm not going to name all the characters again.
No,
because-
we will do a GOAT of the GOATs.
I mean, I think it automatically goes to Wolverine, but it's up for discussion.
Oh, but I cannot see you, so you need to tell me what is in the list.
What is
Of the
in
GOATs.
Go. So we've got
Or just give me your contenders for GOAT of GOATs.
so Jackman's Wolverine,
Yes,
Deadpool,
yes,
Nightcrawler, because we just love him so much.
yes.
Who else would I say? Who else? Maybe Magneto, either version,
Yes.
and maybe
Don't do this
Beast
to me, Dan.
and Gambit.
There we go. There's the
So
GOAT.
my
No.
personal
No,
vote
no, no.
is Jackman's Wolverine. I think it's just such an it's too iconic.
So, yeah, no, he is, yeah, 100%. No, I agree. He is the GOAT of the GOATs. He is X-Men, isn't he? He's the
basically
reason.
single-handedly the reason we've still got this franchise. Like, you know,
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
he holds it
and I
very
mean-
clear dear to him, and you can see that.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't know if there is there an X-Men related film outside of the two Deadpool previously? I think every film that has X-Men in the title has Wolverine.
He's not in Dark
I
Phoenix,
believe-
is he?
He's not in Dark Phoenix. No, you're correct there. My apologies. Yeah, so he's in like 99% of them then.
I mean, he is live action X-Men.
He is
Let's
X-Men.
be honest.
Yeah, no, he is live action. Not only is he live action Wolverine, he's live action X-Men.
X-Men.
So personal goat outside of Wolverine.
For me, would be Nightcrawler from X2 because he's just
That's fair.
numero uno.
I mean, for me, it's Storm. No, it's Gambit, obviously. Do you know what? I'm gonna go fucking just because of how fucking happy I am. I'm gonna go Channing Tatum's fucking Gambit
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. It just felt
Just 'cause
right.
it's
Didn't
so-
it? It feels right. It feels good.
It feels so good.
But I think that
so yeah,
list looks very nice.
that's a beautiful list. That was a
It is.
big ass fucking list.
That was. I agree.
Right, well, thank you all for listening, all 5 of you. We very much appreciate it. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment, let us know what you thought about it here. Let us know your favourite X-Men. Let me know if I've
Who
missed
did we put?
anyone
Who
out.
did we put in the wrong place? I
I
think
know
that
there's going to be...
there's quite a few. I
oh,
think
why is it Juggernaut?
Juggernaut, Toad, goats forever.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's just we had a little bit of fun with this. It comes down to personal
no, it
preference,
is.
realistically, doesn't it? So don't be bullying us at them comments, all right?
Yeah, bully us in the comments. We want some feedback. It'd be nice to have a
And don't
comment, so,
forget, 100 subscribers by the end
and,
of
oh
August.
yes, 100 subscribers by the end of the month. So hopefully this will be going up before the end of the month.
It definitely will. Definitely will.
We'll be saying this down in September. Don't forget by the end of August. No, so yeah, hopefully by the end of August, if we can hit 100 subscribers, we will do the dance. We will
Yes.
do a fully choreographed dance routine
If you've seen
as
Deadpool
and
the
Wolverine.
opening,
You know what's coming. It will be, and as Dan told me last time, we will not have the music for it. So
it's gonna be very
how
awkward.
this will work? Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to figure out a way of having that song without it being that song.
Yeah, surely.
But we'll figure something out.
Get us to
I'll bust the old
100
banjo
first,
out.
and we'll figure it out along the way. And thank you very much for watching. And remember, all our socials will be on the outro you're about to see. Thank you very much. We will see you next time.